ठीक है जी. तो I hope कि are you all able to follow your breathing? How was it since last 2-3 days? How's the connection with breath happening? Before we move to today's topic, just a quick recap. Are we able to, keep coming back to our breath and observe?
मैं बीच बीच में सोचता रहता हूँ आशु भैया कॉन्शियसली.
मतलब you keep coming back to your breath, observing your breath?
Yes, observing.
Very nice. Very nice. What about others?
Haven't reached there completely.
But were you aware of it for any time, sometime?
Yeah, sometime.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, yes, what about somebody else wants to share?
Yes, I'm in the process of doing it.
Uh-huh.
But yes, I have observed one thing, like you stated, that we were able to stretch it till 4 to 5 seconds, and that's very true. And 12 to 14, I just want to go there. So, yes, it's not like that as
So
of now.
currently, how long is your breath? 4 seconds?
Yes, 4, 5, sometimes it's 6, but it's not going beyond that.
Okay. All right. So, are you doing some pranayama or some exercises like this in the morning?
Yes, like Anulom Vilom Kapalbhati.
Okay. All right. ठीक है, वो करते रहिए और maybe do deep breathing in between. And also observe that whenever you do deep breathing or
Mhm.
Anulom Vilom and Kapalbhati, what is your breath like after Kapalbhati?
Okay, I'll notice that.
Focus on that moment after Kapalbhati. Just come to body consciousness and breath consciousness. And you will notice at least that time after a good Kapalbhati session, you will be breathing more slowly.
Yes, yes, yes. That happens. I've seen that.
Yes.
Like that observation is there.
Ah, okay. And also, um, during when your breath is very long after Kapalbhati, your mind would also be quieter. Have you observed?
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Very calm, very calm. I just love that moment. Yeah.
Very nice. So this is what we have to bring, try to bring throughout the day for us.
Okay.
And the habit ho jayega, this will, just trust me, if you just make this important, if you in your mind you give it priority that this thing is very important in my life, like 50% of my harmony work will be done by aligning my breath and posture, two
Okay.
things. So usko agar hum sab importance itna de, for example, we give importance to food we eat in the day. No, we do not forget about having lunch. We treat it important. So similarly, if we give this also equal importance, then it will start happening. Our consciousness will stay with it.
Yeah, I'll stick to it. Definitely.
Yes, very nice. ठीक है. So let's move to today's topic then, and it's in continuity in our series. So the first, part is harmony in self. So if we talk about harmony in self, so we first have to know what is the self. Okay, what am I as a human? This is very important. And today is a very, very, very important and a core discussion. And this is in Indian texts, no? It's called Jad Avidya, ya Mool Avidya. What is the Mool Avidya? Means the root ignorance. That we do not know the self. Okay? This is the root of our ego, root of all problems in the life. This is what our Sanatan texts all say, okay? Now let's come to this. So as a human being, right, if we see, okay, This is symbolic representation of a human being. Okay. So, all right. This is a human being who's, as we see, smiling. So he's definitely alive right now. But if we look at it, no, so human being, now the whole proposal is human being has two parts. One is, let's say, I, or the self. And self is coexisting with the human body. Now, what is the root ignorance of all human beings? It's a very basic assumption we live with. It's sort of in a DNA when we are born to earth. Okay. What is that assumption? I equal to body. Okay. And what has been proposed since thousands of years, we don't know since how long, is that I is not equal to body. Okay. I is different self and it coexists with the body. And this is again something which can be, of course, there are lots of philosophies and discussions on it. We can dive into big debates and arguments. And, whether I am separate from the body or am I exactly equal to the body? In other words, there the discussion is mind same as brain or are they two different things? Okay. So the whole proposal is that I, with my mind, am not equal to my body. We are separate entities. Hmm? If we can access our natural acceptance, which was yesterday's session, I have asked many children this question. Beta, are you the body or are you different from body? And you can, you know, you are with your body. Without fail, every child, he does not take more than 1, 2, or max 3 seconds. And he says, I am separate from the body. But if we ask adults, then often it leads to long discussions. Okay. Because our logical mind, the left brain, is too active and we have started depending a lot on our intellect for in hope of finding solutions to all questions. And therein, the intellect can argue on both directions, both fronts. And hence, you will find great arguments from philosophers on both sides. And it is very difficult to conclude just based on arguments. So unless we have direct experience ourselves of this, okay, and even if full experience has not happened yet, first we need to be connected with our natural acceptance. It knows what is there and we can just ask it and instantly it will say. All we need is to be able to access our sahaj swikriti. Okay. And we will know. After that, we can go ahead on a whole journey to come to the actual experience of being separate. Okay. And this is something I'm going to introduce more in coming sessions. Um, but today we are going to, use our natural acceptance and also some logic and rationality can be accompanied with it. But this is the most important thing. And now if we just start putting let's still take some time and observe few things. Okay. So if we look at self, okay, by the way, here when I'm speaking self right now, I am including me with the mind. Okay. I plus mind. Right now I'm using that as the self. Okay. I plus my mind. There is also a proposal. I am not my mind. It's very interesting, but there we can come later. Right now, let's say with my mind together. To start with, first we will pick up our physical body and study that am I my physical body. Okay. So if we look at activities, Okay. What are the activities of the self? Um, the activities are, for example, thinking, evaluation. Together, all of this is called imagination. Evaluation, memory, decision making, understanding, all of this, one part is imagination. For example, these activities of the self. And then what are activities of the body? Eat, drink, walk, sleep. Okay. These activities of the body, are they qualitative or quantitative? If we see this, can we put any weight or measure thinking in centimeters or kilograms? No. This is qualitative. All activities of the mind and self, I, are qualitative. If we look at body, all activities can be measured in time, quantitative. हाँ जी, अच्छा अच्छा. All activities of body are quantitative. How much I walked, how much I slept, how much I can eat, right? Now, activities. Okay. Now, second thing is in time, right? Is this quantitative? That's the first question. Second question is in time. The activities of physical body, are they continuous or are they temporary? They come and go. Temporary, right? Transient. In time, always. है ना? Eat, sleep, drink, transient. Cannot be permanent. But if you look at the activities of the mind, right? Till the self is conscious, jab tak we are not like in shunya, nothingness, till we have even a body perception that I am here with my body, the mind is always active. Even connected with the body, it's perceiving senses all the time, even sensory perception, right? Perceiving from the body, correct? Beyond perception, if we go, thinking, evaluation, my imagination, all different mental activities, they are continuously happening. Mind acts in continuity. So if we start seeing, then we definitely see that a part of me as a human being is qualitative, is doing continuous activity. Second part, it is quantitative in activities and transient. If we come to needs now, one is activity, second is our needs. What are needs of the self? For example, harmony, we said, right? Like trust in relationships, respect, etc. All of these activities, again, are qualitative and they are needs, sorry, I mean the needs, and they are continuous. We always want harmony. Every here and now in the present moment, we want to feel good, right? We want relationships, we want respect. But if we go to needs of the body, food, clothes, etc., है ना? अच्छा, एक और, does this have a limit? Self, does this have a limit? No limit, because it is qualitative and we require it all the time. Hence, there is no limit to how much respect I want. I want respect. Respect cannot be measured, right? Respect is or is not there. I feel respect or I don't feel respect. It's on or off, right? But here, if we go to our needs of the body, then firstly, they are quantitative again. Second, they're not continuous. They're also transient. We cannot eat all the time. Even someone says breath, we breathe all the time. But there is very interesting that breath has 4 phases, like we all observed. You cannot keep inhaling all the time. You have to let the air also go out. We call the 4 steps a continuous process, but no, it is 4 distinguished separate steps. They cannot be going forever. So hence it is transient. Does this have a limit? Of course, it has limits. Correct? How much oxygen we can take in at a time, how much food we can eat, how many clothes we need, how big a bed we need, how many rooms we need in our house. It's limited for the body. So this is, just a rational way to look at things. To some extent, it is useful. At least a logical mind can say, hey, there is definitely 2 parts of my being as a human being. And both are so different. No? Of course, this does not directly conclude that, does the self exist beyond the physical body? Correct? This does not conclude, but this is just an indicator in the direction, if we think rationally, that self is not the body. Okay?
Can I ask a question here, Ayush?
Yes.
Um, so about the continuity of thinking and imagination and evaluation, does that also apply in deep sleep when you're not dreaming?
So in deep sleep, if we see, right, so that's a moment of discontinuity, actually. If we see in a way, a point of singularity is what I experience in our perception, right? Because if you look at yourself and your mind, your body was asleep. A third person can see it. But from your first person point of view, it's still continuous. The moment you fell asleep and then you woke up and you're back with your body, that will appear continuous. Na? And secondly, it is also possible that maybe you don't remember what happened in between. And because there is no memory, and hence again, the 2 points appear continuous.
Yeah, that's my experience. I mean, I can remember sort of dreaming even if you don't remember the contents of the dream, but then the deep sleep is, yeah, I don't even imagine observing it myself. You know what I mean? It's just blankness.
It's blankness, it's nothingness, it's where time stops. There is no activity at all, zero activity. And hence, it cannot even be measured in time because the whole concept of time comes from activity. It's very interesting, if what we see, can I delete this now, Hannah? I think we had an explanation. So because we will just continue from here to further even am I my mind also, this next question. But before we move there, since we've approached the topic of time, right? So there are 2 things. One is a present, okay? And actually, the present can be called the ever present. Because we are always in present. We are present in present moment, always. Past is a memory and future is imagination. But what we say as time is moving. Yes, the time is moving. What do we say? Time is moving. When we speak of the moving time, it's always in relativity. So how is time can be measured is always based on two objects. Whenever we start measuring time, the very fundamental of origin of time, like how many seconds or hours passed, comes when there is one object and around there is another object in a circular motion. So the time to complete one circle, start from here and complete here. Okay. This we measure. We divide this in parts. This is 1 second. This is 1 second. This is 1 second. This is 1 second. We have divided and defined it as a second. Okay. But effectively, what are we measuring? Circular motion. If these two objects were moving in parallel lines, there is no relativity. Till infinity, they will move in parallel line, and we cannot measure the passage of time. What is passage of time? Earth is moving around the sun. This is the passage of time. Moon is moon. If this is Earth, moon is revolving around the Earth. Passage of time. So we calculated based on sun, and then we calculated based on moon, like how much time moon takes. So this was about time. So when we are in deep sleep, because there is no activity happening, so we experience nothing. It's like who? I'm suddenly now up and time has passed 4 hours on Earth. But where was I in that time? We don't have a memory of that. Okay, and hence no perception when we are with this body. But when we are conscious and aware, our activities are continuous. That's there. And any other questions so far by anyone? Okay. So now what happens when we believe that I am my body? If we believe this also means my family members and everyone else on earth are also body. Correct? है ना? Now इसमें क्या problem होता है हमको? If I am the body, that means if I am the body and this is my identity, this becomes my identity. है ना? Now problem number one, what problems come? Problem number one is sense of separation. Because we do not have experience of who am I, we feel separation from rest of the world. Because this body on Earth planet is working under gravity. It's a very heavy body. Okay. And if you look at self and its activity, it has no weight, but the body has weight. And we perceive the weight. We perceive finite boundary of this body with our eyes, with our touch. Right? So hence we start feeling this is a separate existence and the other person is a separate existence. This becomes our very core belief in a way. We are not even aware that we have this belief set up, that we are separate. Now, if we start feeling separate from rest of the world, what does this mean? No love, no feeling of love, no feeling of oneness, which is actually the case. We are all one. We are individual expressions of the same entity. All of us are unique expressions of one thing. But we don't feel it. Okay? And this is pain. Every human being is born to this pain when they grow up. Pain of separation. Hi Shiven, Radhe Radhe.
Hello, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe beta. So this is the pain, yaar. Matlab, if we do not get love in life, if we do not feel love, it's a painful state of existence. We all are going through this journey. Okay. From here, we have to remember who I am. And when we experience ourselves, our true nature, then from, we start seeing, oh, there is no separation actually. It was an illusion and all is one. I am that. Then the pain goes away and love comes and bliss comes in life. Harmony. True harmony comes then. And sense of separation with everything goes away. It's even with the mosquito we want to kill. We know, we are aware that bhai it is me only. है ना? वो awareness के साथ और वो feeling के साथ है. Whether we kill or not is secondary. But I mean, without exception, even our enemy, we know that we are one. Like Krishna, no? Shri Krishna talks in Mahabharata. The same thing when he speaks with Arjun. That who are you killing? It is only me, right? And we are, they are no different than you or me. We are all just one thing. This was talked there also. So hence, number one problem, sense of separation and a deep pain that we live with. Very, very fundamental and deep pain. It's a bottom line pain set for us in life here. Big pain. Second problem, fear of survival. Because we know the body will go one day. And if I am the body, Archie, Radhe Radhe. ठीक है. So if I am the body, then this body will end one day, and hence we fear that, hey, I don't want to die. We feel that I will die. Correct? That's the fear of survival means I will die. This also means my family members will die. And if someone has passed, this means it's an end to them, right? Everything about them has ceased to exist. Hence this fear. But if we actually experience it, and this has been experience of millions of people on earth, I exist beyond the body. I don't end with this body. I do not die. The body ends. I leave the body. Okay. Number three, disrespect. Why? What is the disrespect? We will understand respect in the second value of the 9 human values. We will start in the next series when we come to harmony in relationships. Respect means samman. Samman, if you break in 2 words, man means barabar man. Assume to be equal, assume correctly, in other words. But we have assumed wrongly about ourselves that I am the body. Now what starts happening? My body should look beautiful. We invest so much on the body to look beautiful, right? And when the body starts aging, it does not look so beautiful anymore. Then we start feeling bad. I am not looking beautiful anymore. When we are not wearing clothes which are looking very pretty, then we start feeling bad. Hey, I am not looking good. I am not looking good. Not that my body is not looking good. Okay, we could separate, distinguish. No, the statement could be my body is not appearing so beautiful right now. But we say, I am not looking beautiful. है ना? उसके बाद sense of comparison. We meet somebody who's physically attractive. We say that person is more beautiful than me. And then again, that comparison makes us feel bad. Or if we meet somebody who's less physically beautiful, we say, I am better looking, and this gives us an ego. Even when trying to, impress anyone in any social relationship, whether it is a romantic relationship, or it could even be anywhere else in life, any social situation, any gathering, any marriage, any party, the whole attention is on the body. And even like parents of, what happens is when we become parents with the assumption that I am the body, then our child is also the body. Then we take lot of care to take care of the body of the child, right? But not enough care is taken to grow the self of the child, the mind. वहां पे अटेंशन नहीं जाता. इसे कहते हैं हिंदी में जैसे लाड प्यार में बिगाड़ देना. लाड किसको मिलता है? शरीर को मिलता है लाड ज्यादातर. Whatever the child wants, give it to them. Na? And mostly on physicality of life. So this disrespect starts coming with respect to what I am truly, right? I am the body again, what I am. I don't know, and I compare with the body. And then from this body, it extends to all physicality of life. Because I am the body and I associate life with this physical world, I believe this physical world is the actual reality, and baki sab mithya hai. Because Western science also is based on this, right? Physical body, physical world, physical studies. This is the reality. Rest is hallucination or whatever XYZ does not understand. So, because we believe that the physical world is the actual thing, that the only thing that exists, our home, physical home, becomes extension of our body. So then the disrespect extends to even our property. We want a bigger home, more beautiful home, because when our relatives come to our home, they see that, how big a home we have, how much furniture we have, how much decoration we have, and what kind of car we have. Everything physical now comes, and which location we are living, how much money you have. Everything physical, we start actually relating more to the physical world, and we invest everything, all our energy, into the physical world, trying to keep the physical world, trying to grow the physical world. But there we only meet with disappointment, because no matter how much we invest in physical world, number one rule: physical world is transient. It will go away, right? Nothing in the physical world will stay. Second thing is that no matter how much we accumulate or get in the physical world, it will not mean we are in harmony. है ना? वो थोड़ी देर का harmony होता है. For little bit time we feel harmony from anything physical, but we can never experience permanent harmony in the present moment forever from the physical world. है ना? Physical world को ही तो माया कहा ना. ये जो दुनिया, what appears to us is maya, that I am separate from everyone else. This gravity makes us feel separate. It's maya. I will die, maya, right? I am the body, and I am everything material in life, and the material world is the real world. And fourth thing, body becomes the source of harmony. Body and senses and physicality. I mean, by physicality, everything physical: our home, our car, our clothes. This is the fourth thing that happens. Body and senses and physicality is equal to source of harmony. We assume this, which is not the case. And hence we get disappointed. And we are not in harmony. Right? So this is what happens when I believe that I am the body. Any comments or questions so far? This we can maybe take a screenshot, note down. Manish, maybe we can take a photo तो नहीं है, बाद में we can send screenshots, है ना? इस चीज का या फोटो ले लीजिए. This is good. Now, this is what was said, Maya. That we believe this physical world is start all of end all. And we go deep in our psychology. We really deep down feel so, yaar. यही जिंदगी है. They say you get only one life. It's not true. You live only once. I do not agree. This means you live only once. And now we don't live only once. We can say you live eternally. We live eternally. If eternal को once बोलना है तो बोल सकते हैं, but earth का lifetime is not our only once. ठीक है? वो चीज पे अगर हम आ गए with our experience, so हो गई मुक्ति, हो गई harmony. We are in harmony, and our soul has made a big progress. If we go to the Vedantic texts, right, in Sanatan Dharma and many other religions in the world, they Buddhism, all of them, anywhere from 12 to 27 material words have been talked about. Okay, Earth is one material world. which people have observed in their meditation, in their travels, and reported back. 12 to 27. In Sanatan, we say 12 material worlds. The highest is Brahmaloka. Okay, the highest evolved beings go to Brahmalok, but they still have something in the material world, some desire to still live out. So they'll keep recycling. It's called Kal Chakra in Buddhism. You keep going to higher world, coming back to earth, coming back to other worlds, keep experiencing different dreams and realities. Okay, till you are ready to go beyond it and you enter what is called as moksha, है ना, or samadhi, or liberation, or bhagavat prapti, as they say. This is a world. There are two options which has been said. At this point, you have two choices: either dissolve consciously yourself, okay, or go to a permanent lok like Vaikuntha. This is basically where Lord Shiva and Vishnu live, right? Shiv lok, Vaikuntha lok are permanent layers. This, there is, you're free from recycling, essentially. This has been said, but this is something we can explore on our own. But what's more important is first we start exploring that what is my true nature. And for this, the tool that I will share will be very useful for us. जो होश में जीना जिसे कहते हैं, जो मैं already I've started sharing with you in brief, but we will explore more of it tomorrow. ठीक है? Today, what we will come to now is one need that we have is know myself. Because if we do not know ourselves and we are making decisions of our life based on lack of knowledge, so there is a chance that we may be making wrong decisions and invest a lot in wrong decisions which give us adverse results. And we lose the opportunity of human birth to progress in our spiritual journey. So this is most important thing, need in our life. इसी को जो हमने बोला नहीं था, 4 needs: understanding, relationships, health, physical health, and wealth, right? So Vida, most important was understanding and knowledge. This is what I'm talking about. Relationships and understanding, we said, right? This is the understanding we need. Who am I? Experience के साथ, है ना? Okay. ये मेरे लिए मैं धर्मशाला भी, I'll just share a small story before we proceed. So when I came to Dharamshala in 2012, this was my main question, looking for myself. And two more colleagues in my startup, one was a coder, one was a designer, they also agreed to come. And then I went, while we were also working on our startup, I went on a journey. Every morning I would go to the river, meditate, take a bath there, do pranayama, yoga. Sometimes more people would join. And then I started having repeated experiences, and I did some yogic practices also, which I will share in future with you also, some useful basic practices. Okay. So the heart center is very important. So I had experiences, a heart center opening, blooming, and experiencing that, actually knowing it, that all is one, seeing it in that moment. Experience se matlab, I am seeing all is one, not with this eye, with the experiencer eye, that all is one. And it was such a blissful thing that in those sessions a desire came to me. My first desire in Gurgaon was in 2011 that, hey, I need to know myself, because otherwise I know I will not be a satisfied person. I will succeed in my career, I will make money, I will get married, have children, go through that life. But कुछ खाली होगा जिंदगी में फिर भी, ये मुझे रियलाइज हो गया था उसी टाइम. और when I came to Dharamshala, I started getting answer to that question, who am I? And I started feeling satisfied by purely existing. Just by knowing myself and existing and knowing that, hey, we are all one, and feeling the bliss means I'm already satisfied. That is what I felt. I need nothing more. This is stop. But then one more desire came. Okay, it just came in those meditation once, by the same river. It was how beautiful it will be if we live in a world where everyone is experiencing what I am experiencing. Okay, can it be possible? Can humankind devise some order like a new society and a new economy, new education system, new economy? The detailing started coming when I started thinking about it. That can humanity create this environment on earth where every child who is born to an environment of harmony and knowledge and can experience bliss much faster. He does not have to go through a long winded journey like you and I we are going through, right? Becoming adults and trying to figure out things. है ना? मतलब I was what 30 years old, 29 when I started asking these questions. So कितना साल चला गया ना life का 29 years. And after that there is so much undoing we have to do. So it's better that a child can get it at early age, ideally from mother's womb. So ये कहानी थी and hence हम खुद को जानना, राइट? जब हम खुद को जानते हैं ना तो वो ब्लिस आता है और खुद वो लव की फीलिंग आती है और वो सारे फालतू के डर और डिसरिस्पेक्ट और ये सारी चीज चली जाती है. वी लिव इन हार्मनी आफ्टर दैट. अ बेसिक लेवल ऑफ हार्मनी इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड. एंड बट ऑफ कोर्स द जर्नी डज नॉट एंड देयर. मतलब वो एक आगे भी बढ़ती है जर्नी, क्योंकि आपको तो अभी झलक झलक मिल रही है. You need to be permanently established in that consciousness. That's the journey, right? Otherwise sometimes it comes, it goes, it comes, it goes ना. इसके बाद what we need is लगातार this. It is there, I'm aware, right? And I'm experiencing this. वो बात है. Now coming to another important thing. So moving forward, that I am not the physical body. ठीक है? Now the next very interesting question I am throwing at you. Okay, am I the mind also? ठीक है? इसके भी पहले एक और क्वेश्चन टुडे आई आस्क्ड मनीष आल्सो इन द मॉर्निंग. एम आई द कंटेंट्स ऑफ माय माइंड? चलिए पहले इजियर क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. एम आई माय थॉट? क्या बोलते हैं संजय जी? एम आई माय थॉट?
No,
नो, राइट? एम आई माय फीलिंग?
no,
नो. एम आई माय बिलीफ?
no.
नो, राइट? आई एम नॉट द कंटेंट ऑफ माइंड, क्लियरली, राइट? है ना?
I mean, theoretically, yes.
हाँ.
Practically,
आपने अभी
it's
नेचुरली
difficult to know.
एक्सेप्टेंस से अपना जवाब दिया. इट वाज अ नेचुरल एक्सेप्टेंस. इंस्टेंट नो था तीनों पे. नेचुरल एक्सेप्टेंस तो वही बोल रही है ना कि आई एम नॉट दिस.
I mean, part of it is that, part of it is prior reading about these types of texts. So, like the Drig Drishya Vivek, that sort of following that theory. So, logically, I can see that it must not be, but
Correct.
experiencing is a completely different story. So, yeah.
ओके. सो फॉर एक्सपीरियंस नो व्हाट वी विल स्टार्ट इज, कल से हम होश में जीने की प्रैक्टिस पे आएंगे. ठीक है ना? इस पे दृष्टा भाव आपने जो पढ़ा है ना उसकी प्रैक्टिस में एस्टेब्लिश करेंगे अपने को. ओके, तो देखना स्टार्ट करेंगे. फॉर एवरीवन एल्स एक्चुअली इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस रिक्वायर्स आवर इन्वेस्टिगेशन. ओके, क्योंकि बिलीव्स कीप चेंजिंग, thoughts keep changing, coming, going, and then there is no thought also. I am still present. है ना? तो वो तो खुद दिख जाता है कि भाई मैं थॉट तो नहीं हूँ. फीलिंग भी बदलते रहते हैं, बिलीफ भी बदलते रहते हैं, मैं ये सब तो नहीं हूँ. है ना? मैं फिर भी हूँ बियॉन्ड ऑल ऑफ दिस. वो दिख जाता है. सो आई एम नॉट द कंटेंट ऑफ द माइंड. नंबर वन. नंबर वन, आई एम नॉट द कंटेंट ऑफ द माइंड. क्वेश्चन मार्क डाल रहा हूँ बस फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस टू इन्वेस्टिगेट. आई एम ओनली प्रपोजिंग, है ना? मतलब आई एम नॉट क्लेमिंग फॉर एवरीवन. ओके. सेकंड थिंग, कंटेंट ऑफ माइंड तो चलिए नहीं हूँ. नाउ द वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन कम्स, एम आई इक्वल टू द माइंड? और लेट्स से माइंड के अलावा भी कुछ है क्या? सबसे पहला तो वो डिस्कवर करना. हम लोग को क्या है ना, नॉर्मल कंडीशनिंग में वी बिलीव माइंड इज इट, इज एवरीथिंग. व्हाई? बिकॉज द थर्ड पार्ट, इसका कोई रोल ही नहीं है लाइफ में. दैट इज मी. Okay, it is the self. It is the observer. It is the experiencer. इसके पार्ट्स होते हैं, 5 पार्ट्स होते हैं ना सेल्फ के, वो हम देखेंगे माइंड और सेल्फ के. बट द एक्सपीरियंसर who is actually experiencing the mind and the content of the mind and the activities of the body and the world, इसको लोकेट कर लिया हमने. इसी को many people call it soul, आत्मा ना. Some people even call it the heart. मतलब what they mean by saying the heart, it is the center of me. ठीक है. Mind is not the
Can
center
we
of me.
can we compare it with let's say a software, and an operating system and the internet? So there's
Software
a
operating
physical
system.
body. Software can be the soul. The operating
Uh-huh.
system will be the mind, and the the let's say a
Hmm.
computer that becomes a body.
Not really, Sindhu. वो तो नहीं बनेगा. Because
So just to,
hardware, because operating
make an
system is also
assessment
a
of things.
software. अच्छा, अगर assessment करना है ना, if we have to
Assessment के
draw
लिए,
a, हाँ,
and
तो मैं
and
दूसरा
then
example. Let me give another example. Okay.
okay,
I or the soul or the experiencer is this empty screen.
okay,
मतलब this green board. Film, we go to a
okay,
movie theater or we come to a blackboard, right?
okay,
When it is empty, there is no activity, no time, nothing. This is me. I am like this screen, and on this screen, the experiences of the world are being drawn out. ठीक है. इसी
okay,
स्क्रीन पे
okay,
what are these experiences? Mental activities.
hmm,
है ना? The feelings, the emotions, the thoughts, plus physical sensations, जो body से 5 senses,
hmm,
5 sense perception.
right,
This fills the empty screen. When we wake up from a dream, no, if we break it into microseconds, or sorry, from a
okay,
deep sleep, first we are aware of the body. First this comes, body awareness. Next
okay,
instant, thoughts start coming in the mind.
okay,
Okay. तो पहले तो 5 सेंसेस जागती हैं,
hmm,
फिर थॉट्स होने भी स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं. अब इन्हीं 5 सेंसेस के थ्रू आई एम एक्सपीरियंसिंग द वर्ल्ड
hmm,
ना. ये पूरा वर्ल्ड में एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा हूँ. ओके. नाउ
hmm,
this body is allowing me to experiencing the world, physical body, and
right,
mental activities are in the mind body. This
okay,
has also been identified by our ancestors, and even in my experience, mind is body, a mental body, a more subtle body. हमारी body ना, we have different levels of body. Okay, there is a gross body, the physical body. Then second is our energy body, which in China they call it chi. Okay, and prana we call in India. So basically our aura, as you say, no, our energy, which is flowing, and it is
right,
bigger in dimension than our physical body. Okay,
right,
जो हमें perceive होना मुश्किल होता है, सूक्ष्म शरीर कहते हैं इसको. If that
right,
same energy body is our dreaming body also. We travel with the same body when we dream, and many people do astral travel. If you have experience भी हो जाता है, बच्चों को भी कई बार खुद हो जाता है. They can see themselves sleeping on the bed. It has been frequently documented in East and West, right? So that is our subtle body or the astral body. Then beyond that is the mental body. So the mind itself is also a body. Then they say there's a causal body, right? And in the center, some people say causal body is the soul itself, but some people say it's basically the soul is not the body. Soul sits with the mind body. So let's simplify things. Let's just speak of physical body and the mind body right now. Other bodies को छोड़ते हैं for the discussion.
okay, okay,
So mind is also a tool that the board, this experiencer, The soul has born to experience a certain, to engage in the world, to engage in duality of the world, right? To live as a personality. Who gives the personality? The mind shapes the personality, right? Mind has its belief
Okay.
systems, mind has the samskaras, mind gives the unique personality. And when we are character, as we say, no, is from the mind entirely, the
Yep.
character of a person. Then the physical body further adds to the personality through appearance, correct? A unique personality.
Right. Right.
But I, the self, the screen for everyone is this. ये एक्सपीरियंस हो जाता है. The soul, me, I,
Hmm.
है ना? And now the empty screen is same in everyone,
Right.
है ना? And this is the sun which shines with energy. Well, not sorry, light of wisdom. This is the light of sun itself which reaches the other layers of the mind. Mind has 4 layers, which will come later. Okay, but बस मैं बाहर से बना दूं. मन, जो मैंने पहले दिन भी बताया था, वृत्ति, चित्त, बुद्धि. Now a natural acceptance which I was talking about, मन की रोशनी ना चित्त के आधे पार्ट तक पहुंचती है. I am drawing a half circle in chitta. We will go into more detail later, okay? Pura buddhi, full
Okay.
buddhi is enlightened. Our buddhi is never corrupted. Buddhi is
Mhm.
pure, Atma is pure, Atma. We will look at its detailing later, but
All right.
this is where our natural acceptance or intuition stands. It receives the light of the Atma. It knows. है. Beyond this is intellect and belief systems and memories and samskaras, which can be false, corrupted. Okay? So now me, ये हमको एक्सपीरियंस करना है. आत्मा इस बोर्ड की तरह खाली है और ये आप मेडिटेशन में एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं. इसके लिए एंड यू नो द इजीएस्ट मेडिटेशन जो हम स्टार्ट करेंगे कल से, वो होश में जीना. इट्स द इजीएस्ट ऑफ ऑल मेडिटेशंस बिकॉज द ब्यूटी इज कि उसमें हमको वी हैव टू कंसंट्रेट ऑन नो ऑब्जेक्ट. मतलब लेट द माइंड थिंक, लेट द माइंड वेवर, लेट द माइंड गो एनीवेयर, नो प्रॉब्लम. द होल डेज एनीवे माइंड हैज टू डू 1000 थिंग्स, राइट? लेट इट डू, लेट इट गो क्रेजी. वी विल
Hmm.
सिंपली ऑब्जर्व द माइंड, है ना?
Right.
वो बात है. ये होश में जीना इसी को कहते हैं भाई. हम देख रहे हैं क्या हो रहा है, ठीक है ना? है ना?
Right.
ठीक है. अब वो उस पे कल आएंगे. आज अब सेल्फ पे इतना डिस्कशन हुआ ना, लेट्स कम टू नाउ हार्मनी इन सेल्फ. ओके?
Okay.
Till the time we do not have the right understanding and the correct experience, understanding based on our experiences, right? Understanding based on our natural acceptance and experience of life, like who am I? You know, आज तो जी somebody said I blank like a film screen. Our world is a projection. Mind is a projection. Even Buddha said this, right? Okay, Buddha must have said it, but I have to know myself. ना, तो वो एक्सपीरियंस के बेस पे अंडरस्टैंडिंग जब तक नहीं है, तो आर माइंड स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग, जैसे इमेजिनेशन बोलते हैं, सिक्योरिटी. मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, दिस इज मी, ठीक है? एंड दिस इज हार्मनी, कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ हार्मनी. सी, वी डू एक्सपीरियंस हार्मनी इन बिट्स इन लाइफ, नो, कि टुडे सब सॉल्व है, आज मैं अच्छा फील कर रहा, आई एम फीलिंग हार्मनी, बट फॉर एवर नहीं होती. आई एम स्पीकिंग कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ हार्मनी, ठीक है? वी वांट टू गेट देयर, बट द जर्नी इज लाइक दिस, चला हुआ है. Confusion, chaos, you know, belief systems keep on changing. Today I believe this community is good, tomorrow I say they are bad. This person is good, this person is bad. I am good, I am bad. क्यों? क्योंकि हमने माइंड से भी तो एसोसिएट कर लिया, कंटेंट्स ऑफ माइंड से. इफ माय माइंड इज लेजी, आई एम लेजी. यू सी द जजमेंट. If my mind makes me speak lies sometime, mind decides to lie sometime, I am a liar. See, but I am the blank screen. I am none of this. है ना? वो माइंड है, वो एक बॉडी है. It's not me. No, I am the blank screen. Hence, we should वो मूल अविद्या से जो बात हुई थी, disrespect I said, no? When we associate with physical body or mental body, we disrespect ourselves and also others. This person does theft, he is a thief. ठीक है? No भाई, मतलब his body does theft, technically speaking. ठीक है? That character, that personality does theft, no? It's not his
Right.
self.
Right.
Sindhu,
Right.
maybe something useful for a court judgment also. Discourses in the court, right? Bhai, you
When
can
they are
say that.
only assessing the physical body, the
But
courts,
you
they
can
only
say,
assess the physical body.
even if somebody's proved that he stole 3 times, but you can say,
Yeah.
hey, yes, he stole 3 times, but he's not a thief.
Yes. His
And
body is.
see, yes. Right? So hence we do not judge the person. No, there is empathy, there is compassion for ourselves. We
Right.
love ourselves first.
Right.
Somebody had even asked question, no, how can we love ourselves? This is what I said. First, we know ourselves. Then love will come for everyone, not just ourselves. है ना? अब हारमोनी पे जाना अगर समझ के रास्ते से जाए तो शॉर्टकट है. मतलब मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि थोड़ा घूमेंगे, नहीं घूम सकते हैं, बट जल्दी पहुंचेंगे, है ना? पर समझ के चलना होगा. हम पता है क्या, हम कर करके, वी डू एंड अंडरस्टैंड, कर करके समझते, है ना? यही है ना? मिस्टेक्स कर करके, वी डू सो मेनी मिस्टेक्स, मिस्टेक इवन एंटायर लाइफ टाइम, 20-30 years we do many mistakes and then we learn something, correct? But now our family's effort, and I'm very happy that we are, जितने भी लोग हैं यहाँ पे, and our family is also there, Sindhu, right? So with the family being there
Right.
and it's a
Right.
family based practice, हम समझ के क्यों ना करें?
Yeah.
समझते हुए, मैं तो कहता हूँ समझते हुए, समझते हुए करें जो भी करना है. This should be our focus.
Right.
And समझते हुए करना है, यही सबसे मेन चीज है. एंड समझना, इसी को मैं होना कहता हूं. जो हम समझते हैं, वॉट एवर वी अंडरस्टैंड, वी बिकम दैट. होना इज इक्वल टू समझ. और ना समझी मतलब अमाउंट ऑफ समझ और रॉन्ग समझ, राइट? मतलब वॉट एवर द
Yeah.
स्टेट
Yeah.
इज, वो मेरा होना है, वैसा ही मेरा होना है. हार्मनी मेरे होने में है ना. माई बीइंग
Right.
इज वाइब्रेटिंग सच दैट आई एम एक्सपीरियंसिंग हार्मनी. उसका सेंस
Yeah.
परसेप्शन है, आई एम फीलिंग हार्मनी, राइट? बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग एक्चुअली, माय वाइब्रेशंस आर हार्मोनियस, है ना? माय मेंटल वाइब्रेशंस, इवन माय फिजिकल बॉडी, द ऑरा, इट इज एमिनेटिंग हार्मनी. सो बीइंग पे मेन चीज है, एंड समझना, ये बात है. एनी क्वेश्चंस और ऑब्जर्वेशन? Sindhu, what was your question yesterday before we concluded? You remember? It was about balance in, or something to do with relationships, no?
Yeah. I mean, from what I can recall, I wanted to understand how can people are at different stages in their life. So some people will understand that it's just about the physical body, right?
Right,
They
right.
do, they've not come to understand I mean, they may know that there is a concept of a soul, right? But they're still, attached with their physical body so much that they don't kind of acknowledge the blank screen, right?
Mm.
Now, while
And even the mind,
somebody
Sindhu, मतलब two levels की
in the mind
ignorance है.
also,
हाँ,
yes,
2 levels ignorance. Somebody who's a bit
right,
spiritually evolved, he realizes I am not the body, but he's not
yeah,
detached from the mind yet. तो वो भी एक issue होता है. So then he judges other based on their spiritual progress. I am more evolved than you.
yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes, yes,
I have good
yes.
habits, you have bad habits.
Now
So,
that's the context, but the thing is, you're trying to learn in this journey, at different stages, you do those circles. So, that's the stage wise thing that, you will learn in this journey, right? Now, let's say somebody else, like I give the example of my mother, she will have a certain level of expectation from me, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
my inner compass will say, okay, up till this level of expectation, my inner compass can sync with it. For the
Mhm.
rest of it, it may not be in the same on the same page, and therefore, that expectation of the other person from me, that
Hmm.
can in this learning process can become a burden, that why am I unable to fulfill that expectation, or
Hmm.
having realized that my inner compass is not in sync with that expectation, complete expectation, so I'm
Ah,
unable to do it. So that
correct.
little
So see,
burden that is caused, how do you deal with that?
yes.
And
So basically, Sindhu, one thing what you are
and so
asking is
therefore
no,
it's not just about
how
one
to
relationship, it can be relationships with everyone. Just
how
somebody,
to say no, right?
how to say no, how to uh,
How to say no and deal with repercussions.
yes,
Correct?
yes,
Huh.
because you
Deal
know
with
these are the
repercussions.
burdens that the mind
Hmm.
also has to deal with.
Repercussion burden.
Yeah,
Okay, correct. So how to say no to is simple, yaar. Matlab we have to just say no. That's
yeah,
not difficult. I think the more difficult thing why we cannot say no is
that's right,
because
that's
we are afraid of the burden we will face when we say
yeah.
no, that other person will not accept it. Maybe they will leave me,
No,
or
maybe they'll
maybe
just
they'll
become
be
unhappy about
unhappy.
the idea.
Unhappy, as simple as that. Yes.
Yeah,
मतलब harmony चली जाएगी. My relationship will
right,
lose
that's what.
harmony, right?
Yes, yes,
So there, Sindhu, what's important is, like I said, in a relationship, and we will do this with trust. Tomorrow, say, we will start harmony in relationships, and the first three values are very important: trust, respect, and acceptance. Okay,
right.
so usme we will see that any two people in a relationship, they have to first form a common understanding that what is purpose of our life and our relationship.
Hmm.
Okay, that is required. Second, with that clear understanding, we both are committed to work towards the purpose. Okay.
Right.
Now, how do we work towards the purpose? Do we work by fixing the other person or fixing ourselves, both people?
Your control is over yourself, so you'll have to fix yourself.
Exactly, right? So this means that both will agree because they form a basic understanding. See, the most important job, what we're calling fixing, is understanding, समझना, है ना? तो काम
Right.
क्या है? हम खुद समझे और दूसरे को समझा पाए, समझाना.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. So now what
Right.
becomes important, Sindhu, for you in such situations? Number one, you have to develop your own understanding of realities. And like a lawyer, you present in court your argument, right? Presenting a reality, a fact. The same what you have understood, you have to develop your capability to explain to the other person.
I understand. Okay, no, with the same
And
example,
second thing
let's say,
is, सुनना, before you come to example, एक तो होता है verbally explain किया, second होता है
yeah,
one is explain verbally, है ना? Second is
right.
demonstrate by living. Which one is more powerful?
Define by, sorry,
Demonstrate.
demonstrate.
By living it. The
Okay,
realities you understood. Demonstrate by living the realities. Whatever you understood, वो जीने में दिखेगा ना. For
right,
example, you understood that भाई, I can control my emotions myself.
right.
Okay? ये देखा. तो इसका मतलब, if I can control it, then I will start doing it in my living. I will not, first of all, when my mother does not agree with my decision, okay,
Hmm.
I will not be disappointed in her.
Right,
I will not judge her.
right,
And first thing that I will do. Second thing, I will not become angry. I will not lose my patience and my commitment with my mother to
that's right,
work in relationship with her. है ना?
right,
So number one, I will ensure my well-being.
right,
वो आप करोगे, वो demonstrate होगा ना. तो when you are, really so cool and calm mind, So no matter
Right.
how much fire the other person has, eventually they will also calm down.
Right.
And Gautam Buddha said that in a relationship, the best strategy of communication when you have to say something is, number one question, is other person in this moment willing to listen? Three questions. Number one question. Okay. When are they willing to listen? When they are in a calm mind and relaxed. Calm, cared. They feel cared. They feel harmony. है ना? From you,
Mm.
most times, or within themselves. But they feel calm, cared, and ready, willing to listen. Are not feeling attacked. Safe. Let's put a word safe. First thing is safe. Calm to baad mein aayega. Mentally safe. No mental attacking.
Mm.
ठीक है? They should not perceive this. Even if you, whether or not you are doing it, they should not be perceiving. So better wait for this moment to come. Don't
Okay.
speak in a moment when they're not ready. Second thing is,
Mm.
am I in a state to share it sweetly?
Okay.
ठीक है? Has to be sweetness, ideally, in the interaction. Nah, shouting does not help.
Right.
That's important, right? Third thing, just make sure I have something sweet to share. In the sense
Yeah.
that even, even if we are, sometimes we say, no, truth is bitter, right? Like a bitter medicine. But
Right.
even when we are sharing a bitter fact, you wrap it around in a way that ultimate outcome is going to be sweet. You know what you are going to get. It's like a
Yeah.
bitter medicine, but aftertaste is sweet, mother. So it
Right.
has to be in our mind. I have something sweet because knowledge is sweet, right?
Right.
So I am sharing a knowledge. I am not sharing a judgment on her. Ki, Ma, you always judge me, right? Ma, you never listen to me.
Mm.
Na? Ma, you are, you know, you are XYZ. Correct? No
Mm.
judgments. I have
Right.
something sweet to share. जैसे कि
Right.
देखिए ना, मतलब somebody in our relationship is doing continuously, has some habit, something, and they keep doing that, and everyone is troubled because of that habit. Now if we start going and accusing the person, hey, you are good for nothing, you always do the same thing, versus
Yeah.
we instead go and first see when they are in a good mood to listen, and I am going to share sweetly, and I have something sweet to share sweetly.
Right.
Right. So मैं उस तरीके से बात करूंगा, the other person, for example, talking of positive things, that hey, you know, Sindhu, you are such a reasonable person. ठीक है, तुम इतनी चीजें इतनी अच्छी करते हो, हम रिलेशनशिप्स में शिकायतें ज्यादा करते हैं, तारीफें कम करते हैं,
Mm.
तो हम
Right.
इंसान को अप्रिशिएट भी किया करें ना यार रिलेशनशिप में. That will create the space when they are ready to listen to us.
Right.
That hey, you are good, you are loved, you are cared, I accept you as you are. Very
Right.
important. राइट? तो वो स्पेस सिंधु रिलेशनशिप में बनाना जरूरी है. देन वी
Right.
कैन टेक द बर्डन ऑफ सेइंग नो, and actually the burden will be less because we are equipped, and we will help the other person also be better equipped to accept our no.
Right.
वो बात है. तो म्यूचुअल कैपेबिलिटी बढ़ानी है, तो फर्स्ट वी इन्वेस्ट इन आवर कैपेबिलिटी बाय अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड बाय बीइंग बेटर कम्युनिकेटर.
Right.
है ना? और communication is not just by words, it's by our living, our actions. Even
Right.
the aura on the face is communicating so much. So
Right.
वो बात है ना? तो इतनी सी
By
बात
heart also.
by
Communication
heart.
by heart also.
क्या बात है?
Absolutely.
Yes, you are correct. He said something very deep. It's even deeper than our behavior and actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply our heart energy is reaching the other person. So Reiki healers, right? This is what they do. No, they send energy. Even I have experienced this. That I can send a thought in your mind. I can send an energy to you, healing energy. We could be very far away also. So he's right. If I
Right.
vibrate, and what we feel, Sindhu, the sense of separation is so deep in us. Correct. So
Right.
we feel ki whatever I'm thinking is not reaching the rest of the world. It's locked within the cage of my brain with this bone around it. Okay,
Right.
we feel it will stay inside, but no. Whatever is our energy, vibration, and thought, the waves are reaching entire universe.
Right.
And I'm catching waves from entire universe. So if we even, like he said, no, send good energy to mother, she will
Right.
get it. I've experienced it also. ठीक बात है
Yeah.
ना चाचा जी?
बिल्कुल ठीक है।
हाँ। तो हमको ना अपना जो कल प्रैक्टिस की बात करेंगे, होश में जीना. That is where
Right.
we will see how we can live in hosh, conscious, and regulate our emotions for well-being, and only invest in positive emotions, positive
Right.
thoughts, and positive traits. ठीक है. उसका एक प्रैक्टिस दूंगा मैं. बट उस होश में आने के लिए भी ना पहले सांसों का होश अच्छा करते हैं. बिकॉज टिल वी कैन नॉट ऑब्जर्व, एक हैबिट होती है ना टू एंकर आवर अवेयरनेस टू समथिंग. सो आवर ब्रेथ इज मोर ग्रोस देन द माइंड. करेक्ट. थॉट से ज्यादा ग्रोस है ना ब्रेथ. Thought is
Right.
more sukshma, more subtle to catch hold of. So
Yeah.
first, let's catch hold of our breath and body. This till tomorrow. It will really help. Please put a timer of 30 minutes, everyone. And then when we are in practice of observing our breath, it will be easier to observe the mind. But ठीक है, it does not mean कि आप कल तक नहीं कर पाए तो नहीं होगा. The mind को direct भी observe कर सकते हैं. But all I'm saying is these practices will help to observe the breath is very important. But nonetheless, tomorrow we'll discuss of observing the mind and a beautiful meditation we will do together. Someone wants to say something?
I usually like, since you talked about aura and energy, so I am very much curious. Are you going to cover this as well in the session?
So, Donya, abhi to we have overshot our time, but can you send any specific questions you have so that we can find time that for in coming sessions?
Okay, I only have one question. Like, there are certain people we deal with at workplace and in personal life where talking to them just drains out. We feel very
Hmm.
drained after talking to such people. So yeah, I just want to have conversation around that and to find out the solution around that, because we
Right.
cannot avoid those people as well, but
Hmm.
yes.
Correct. Good question. ठीक है, we will take this up. लेंगे बिल्कुल आगे, है ना?
Okay.
ठीक है. Chalo ji, have a good day everyone, and please we'll meet after 48 hours or 46 hours, whatever. So please let's observe our breath. My just big request to all of you so that we can make the most of hosh mein jeene wala practice. It will make a big difference in life. These two practices, big shift will come in life. I promise you, if we follow this. Okay. ठीक है. बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए आइए 3 बार गहरी सांस लेके ओम का उच्चारण करते हैं और क्लोज कर लेते हैं. So we can close our eyes, breathe out and breathe in. As we slowly breathe in and breathe out, let go of the stress and let today's discussion just soak into our being, assimilate in our body. May there be well-being for all. May there be peace for all and harmony for all. Let's do 3 rounds of Om chanting. Um, um, um. जय हो। राधे राधे। नमस्ते।
राधे राधे। नमस्ते।
राधे राधे जी।
नमस्ते।
राधे राधे।
राधे
राधे राधे।